Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello viewers, welcome back to me. My name is Syamsul Arifin. I'm from TBI-D class. In this video, I would like to explain about the ICFA of speech. This is my title. In this video, to purpose or to fulfill my assignment or my final test in teaching, learning, teaching English as foreign language. Let's check it out. For the first, we would like to know what is the ICFA of speech first, and I'd like to explain this. The ICFA of speech is every language must have its own rule. For these reasons, anyone who want to master English properly and precisely is required to master these 8 elements, which in these conversations we know as the ICFA of speech. And the kind of the ICFA of speech, for the first is verb, nouns, pronouns, adjective, adverb, prepositions, conjunctions, and interjections. And I would like to explain this one by one. With the examples. Verb. What is verb? A verb is a word that expresses word or actions, state or existence, and also precisions. And the example is she drinks waters, and this is the actions. Positions. I have a good memory, and it is a teacher. This is the example of adverb. The example of verb or kata kerja. And after this, I would like to explain about the forms from the verb. The verb has 3 forms. For the first form is verb 1, verb 2, and the last is verb 3. The next, the change of verb, there are 2 ways to change a verb from verb 1 to verb 2 and also to verb 3. Namely, the first is regular verb. What is the regular verb? Regular verb is a regular verb. And how to change from the verb 1 to verb 2 and also to verb 3. Just adding ed in the last word. For example, as like study, this is the verb 1, and studied, this is the verb 2, and studied is verb 3, because in regular verb just adding ed. And the next point is irregular verbs. What is regular verb? Regular verb is a regular verb, and how to change from verb 1 to verb 2 and also to verb 3 by changing the spelling or facts. For the first, go, this is the verb 1, when this is the verb 2, and gone, this is the verb 3. Or fix, between spelling and the writing is the same. For example, as like put, this is the verb 1, put verb 2, and put verb 3. Like this. And the next point is nouns. What is the nouns? Nouns are words that represents people, place, or things. Everything we can say or talk about represented by a word. That word is called a noun. Noun is divided into noun is divided into kinds. Namely, the first is countable nouns. What is the countable nouns? Countable noun can be counted. For examples, peoples, motorcycles, books. This is counted as like this. I have to book. Countable noun can be counted. like this. This is what is it? The example of countable nouns. And the next is uncountable nouns. Uncountable noun is cannot be counted. For example, as like oils, rice, and water. This is what is it? The noun cannot what is it? Counted. Yes, counted. I mean. And the next point is pronouns. Pronouns are words that take place of nouns. We often use them to avoid repeating the nouns they refer to. Pronouns are divided into three types. I mean three types here. The first is personal pronouns, possessive pronoun, and reflexive pronouns. What is the personal pronoun first? Personal pronouns are pronouns that indicate the speakers and the interlocutors. Personal pronouns are divided into objects. I mean into kinds. Namely, the first is subjects, as like I, you, we, they, and etc. And object is me, you, us, them, and etc. This is the personal pronouns. And the next is possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns are pronouns that also belonging and are divided into type also. For the first is adjective, and the next is pronouns. Adjective is like my, your, or our, theirs. And adjective here is not adjective about our title today. No, adjective here I means the pronoun we have to following the nouns. For example, books, and here adjective is like my, your, our, their. We have to following the nouns. My book. This is the adjective. And the next point is pronouns. Pronoun I mean here is like mine, yours, ours. If there's someone asks to me, whose book is it? Mine's. Possessions, like this. And extra. And the third is reflexive pronouns. It's a pronoun which is a reflection of the pronoun itself. For example, myself. I do this duty from myself, or yourself, or ourselves, and etc. This is like this. And the next point is adjective. Adjective here is a word that describes the traits, qualities, or number of nouns. For example, as like beautiful, handsome, and others. This is the example of adjective. And adjective nouns, adjective we have to put before the nouns. For example, like this: beautiful girls, or handsome boy, 12 eggs, and etc. But here adjective has exceptions. If the noun being explained about consists of the words as like somebody, someone, something, anything, everyone's, everything, nobody, no one, and nothing, then the adjective must still be placed in front of the nouns. As like nothing beautiful. The example like this: there is nothing beautiful. Like this. And the next point is adverb. What is adverb itself? Adverb is a word that can modify or describe a verb, adjective, another adverb, or entry sentence. For example, like this. This is the example of adverb. She runs quickly, and the adverb here is quickly. Or John plays football very well, and the adverb here is very. This is the adverb. And adverb here has the 5 kind of adverb. The first is adverb of times. I mean has the 6 kinds. The verb is the first is adverb of times, adverb of place, adverb of frequency, adverb of degree, and adverb of manners, and the next is adverb of purpose. The next point is prepositions. What is the preposition itself? Prepositions is a word or group. Of group word used before a noun, pronoun, or noun phrase. To show directions, time, place, locations, spatial relationship, or to introduce an object. Some examples of preposition are like in, on, at, of, and to. Preposition in English are highly idiomatic. Idiomatics. For example, like this: the preposition in. I live in Sumeneb, and the preposition here in is in. And the next, I take English course at RAC, Radiant English course, and the preposition here is at. And the next example is she put the book on the tables, and the preposition here is on, like this. And the next point, the part of speech here has conjunctions. What is the conjunction itself? Conjunction is a word used to connect words, phrase, and clause. Common examples include and, but, and or. Although there are many other possibilities including although. And the example of conjunctions: Ilham and Sarif go to campus, and the example here, the conjunction here is ends. This is the conjunctions. The example of the conjunction in the sentence: Ilham and Sarif go to campus. Or I like English but I cannot speak English, and the conjunction here is but, like this. And the last point of the part of speech is interjection. What is the interjection itself? Interjection is a word or phrase that is grammatically independent from the words around, and mainly express feeling rather than meanings. The examples like this: oh my god, thank god, fuck you man, damn you. Maybe like this, the example of interjections. Okay, maybe that's all from my explanation about the part of speech. Maybe if you have found many mistakes or still not understand what I means or my explanation, don't forget to like, comment, and share like this. Okay, thank you for me. The last I say for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.